Hi, I'm Oren, and I work as a fractional CMO, and I also am the CEO and founder of a marketing consultancy/agency called Kurve, based in London, UK. We build scalable growth marketing engines for funded startups, typically from the A round, and majority of them tend to be in Europe. That I used to be a 3D animator. My journey to becoming a CMO, I started as an in-house marketer when I couldn't find work as a 3D animator, and I've worked my way up the ranks, so to speak, through mostly funded scale-ups for the past 20 years or so. And then I started my own business in 2013 off the back of success that I had in one of those scale-ups, and I've been independent since then. A typical day is very intense. Effectively, it looks like hiring and managing a team of marketers for clients, supporting partners, because we service quite a few different businesses and their growth engines, and very top-level strategic planning with channels and media distribution and creatives and audiences, all the way down to, as API integration broke, what do we do? So I kind of really scale all the way from strategy down to tactical implementation. But fundamentally, I'd say focused primarily on customer acquisition, so everything related to acquiring customers, but also that touches on retention, brand building, acquisition, and once again, very much around repeatable, scalable processes. Yeah, I'd say rather than like a specific instance, a general pattern is when I come in to professionalize and take that startup from a Series A to the next Series B, etc. It's very challenging with the existing team because I need to effectively cut the fat and remove anyone who doesn't have the right mindset and isn't adapting to where the business is going, and that requires a different attitude, a different level of skills. So that's always probably the biggest challenge. And then the second part of that really big challenge is finding good talent. So really the top 1%, how do you source them and manage them effectively and retain them? And I'd say those are by far the two most common challenges in terms of the pattern across all of the businesses. Really do your best to stick to one industry and specialize for as long as you can. I met someone the other day, he's an advisor in ad tech, and he's only done that for 23 years. So the depth and breadth of his network is unparalleled in that niche, where a lot of other people are bouncing around, and it's interesting and you learn a lot, but it's not strategically advantageous to do that. So my recommendation would be, if you can, stick to one industry. If you can't, well, that's normal. I think that happens to a lot of different people, because at the end of the day, if you're unhappy with where you are and you want to move to a new role, you have a limited time frame to be able to do that. And if you don't have a better opportunity in the same industry, but you have a really appealing opportunity in another industry, it makes sense that you'll make that jump. But I'd kind of recommend starting to hunt earlier if you're starting to feel unhappy or feeling that itch, rather than wait till the last moment and then just taking a jump because of the higher salary. So I just encourage more long-term thinking. I think a good CMO is fundamentally people first, and they're not afraid to get hands-on and tactical. I think exceptional CMOs are able to do that, build an infrastructure for business in the earlier stage, but also ride how to scale and optimize that when it's more mature. And I think it's very hard to find someone who's done both and can effectively do both. I'd say that's what delineates good from exceptional. Who you cater to as an audience shifts massively. So your peers become the CXO, the C-suite, and the sophistication required to navigate that is distinctly different than when you're operating with peers at the VP level or even marketing manager level. So it's important to start developing an understanding of how to do that before you find yourself in that CMO seat.